A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Obliterated is a strong word. Let me get right. Obliterated is a strong word, gangs. But from what I see, let me see. I think this is it right here.
That Donald Trump does not bluff. That Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu together mean business.
This is right here.
And they have ended Iran's nuclear program, which was the key military objective that America has had for years. And it took Donald Trump to.
Yeah, he tore that shit up, gang. Yeah, he tore that shit up. From my understanding, it was something going on to where they had some kind of shit. They got some bombs and shit that they ain't supposed to be having. They ain't supposed to be having all them nuclear bombs and shit that they do have and they're making. And they got a bunch of them motherfuckers, from my understanding. So, and they're also trying to say that the bombs that they do have could potentially, be a detriment to not just us, not just to Israel, but to the world. It could start a whole world war. If that's the case, this shit, I feel like you did right. I feel like we had to do what was needed. We had to take it. It was a chess move. From my understanding, they've already been making threats towards Israel, saying they were gonna bomb them, send some bombs towards them. And I think that's why Israel even went ahead and went shot first. They shot the gun first, gang. I don't want to get too deep on the numbers or anything, but I know Israel is definitely going in on Iran. They tearing shit up. Kids, women, old folk, everybody gotta go. They say, y'all threaten me, shit. We gonna see. You feel me? We gonna see about that. We gotta see about it now. It's a threat, It's a big one at that. Not saying it's right at all. I'm not saying it's right in the way they're going about the situation. But who's to say? I can't tell them what to do with their shit. It's a whole plot with this shit, man. It's a bunch of different ways that you can look at it, different aspects and different perspectives that you can take from this situation. I was talking to a lady at the bar. Let me see what she was talking about.
For every war that the United States has ever gotten in, it's always been a financial interest.
Okay.
Something that country is invested that they have, whether it's oil, whatever it is, right? Most of the politicians get rich off of the wars, right? So, but this time the bill was signed for common people like you and I to be able to get into it. My mom was able to be a part of a group that was able to get us into it. So we were able to purchase different currencies. Iraqi dinar, Vietnamese dinar. There's a few other currencies, but I'm not even going to name them. Right.
I just wanted to see the perspective.
So for this to happen, that means that we're getting ready to go finally to the bank to cash in.
And that's crazy. I needed that perspective because I was, I haven't gotten that far with the education into the financial game and things of that sort. So I wasn't even aware of all this shit. So her bringing this aspect up to me was like, it was interesting to me because, damn, it do make a lot of sense. Every war we went into, man, it was damn near like a financial deficit for us. It took away more than it did. And a lot of shit we really shouldn't even have had our nose in. That was a perspective that she brought to the table that really just threw me for a loop. Like, damn, I ain't even think of it like that. For real, like, money in this shit. Like, we losing money, so we gotta be it gotta be a way where they feel like they can get some money, or they gotta be trying to get some money out of this shit. And that goes back to what I feel like this is explaining to us.
Did you know why the United States supports Israel so strongly and stands so firmly against Iran? Let's break it down. As long as Israel holds nuclear status, it maintains power in the Middle East. And when Israel wears the crown, America gains influence too, giving it the upper hand to lead the region. But Russia and China, they're not on board. They oppose U.S. involvement in the region. Why? Because whoever controls the Middle East shapes the future. This region holds half the world's oil, a global jackpot. That's why both China and the U.S. want strategic control. What happens next? Russia and China support Iran, boosting its power, building ties, and pushing back U.S. influence. Right now, only Israel has nuclear status. If Iran wants equal power, it needs the same capability. And here's the twist. If both hold nuclear status, tensions might never escalate. Strange? India and Pakistan's last conflict ended fast because global powers stepped in. When two states clash, the world steps in fast because it must. So, will Iran go nuclear or will the U.S. stop it? We pray for peace.
So that's their aspect and their perspective of why they're actually going to war, why they're actually defending Israel. I have my own ideology and I have my own theory of why I feel like we should be okay with us defending Israel, which goes back to a biblical term, a biblical theme and thought process. If you really are a true Christian and feel like the word, the Bible, is really, true and is very true, I don't see why you would feel any kind of way. And I don't even think you should worry. I don't see why you're worried. They said this is going to happen. And they say anybody that goes against Israel, you're not going to win. And anybody who decides to defend and fight for Israel, you're going to suffice. You're going to be fruitful in life, So for you to be a Christian and actually be worried, kind of contradicts your faith, gang. Or you just need to go study and do, get in your book, get in your shit. You really don't know too much about what you preach, which is kind of it could be far fetched. And I got another thing on it too, because it seems like a lot of shit has just, even with the Pope, they've been able to see the future for some reason. They've been able to foresee all the popes from the beginning to now type shit. And they got this last pope coming up, and they said the last pope is supposed to have this specific name. And currently it's like 4 popes with that specific name, and they saying this specific pope is supposed to be the one. When he's here, I guess it means it's that time. It's about that time. For him to come back. The big dude. The big guy. But yeah, man, all these biblical, theories and all this just all these conspiracies, man, it just seems too coincidental. Like, are y'all trying to make this shit happen? Are y'all trying to make this shit go according to how y'all, wanted to go, according to how the book say, according to how, because it's like, damn, it's too much of a coincidence. I do have my faith in shit, but it's like, I believe shit should happen naturally, and it don't feel natural right now. It's like, okay, this shit look like this going on, so shit, we should do this. Like, yeah, I guess that's natural in a sense, but I don't think that's natural because I don't think that's your true decision, or that's your true thought, that's your own decision making. You're going off of ideology of something that was already written, something that was already put in place. But this shit has kind of been all over the place, and I got to do some more research. A lot more shit is to come out with the treaties. I heard it's treaties that we got. We've been signed off on to where we can't even go to war with certain people. We can't even act on certain things when it comes to certain governments and things of that sort with these certain treaties. So it's like, it's a lot of things that we got to kind of put in play with this shit, man. And it's like, your average education ain't gonna get it. You really got to do your research with this shit. And this shit ain't nothing to play with, so I advise you do. It's our life. This could really involve our livelihoods, So yeah, I advise y'all get all the information y'all can, the right and the true information. Don't just go off any and everything off of this shit, gang.